Okay, hang on. What a mess. Yeah. There, my gloves on now. There we go. Well, fed the first bale of the day. I'm not up to, hang on, why is this not in focus? There we go. I'm not up to 4 bales a day. I saw George fed out 4, but his group is significantly bigger than mine. But we had some rough weather. I know up north they got a ton of snow. We ended up getting about an inch of snow followed by freezing rain. And so I decided very quickly, for the sake of my animals, to build a barn. I'll show you where it is right now. Hang on, where did I stick it? Nope, no barn, never mind. Yeah, it turns out if you have the right animals, windbreaks, draws that they can get down into. So the cattle were in that little band by the easement driveway. The sheep were over here. Turns out if you just give them a break from the wind and you feed them enough and you have the right animals, no problem. They all came through it just fine. But I have to take some pigs to butcher today, and the roads are a skating rink. Like that semi that just went by might be going 30 miles an hour. But as you can see, I'm going to walk down the line, get off this four-wheeler. You can see, we'll look at the quality of the animals through some of the nastiest weather we've had in a while. And I am a believer that cold is fine, hot is fine. Going cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot is not going to help anybody. And that's what we're facing. It was warm yesterday. It was like 34, 35, and now it's 0. It's going to go down to minus 20. And then they're saying maybe around Christmas it's going to be really warm again. So the best we can do is keep them full of mineral, give them shelter, give them lots to eat, and let it ride. But you can see my sheep are in fantastic shape. I ended up, you guys remember I told you this brilliant idea I had about bringing other people's flocks in and you know, as a possible income source. Well, those sheep that were, I don't know, they were trained to, I think, 2 wires. So I have 2 wires up right here. And they, I don't know, got a screw loose or something. And they started going through my fence. And then pretty soon some of my sheep started going through my fence. So I called the guy and said, you got to come get your animals. So it sounded like a good idea on paper. Didn't work too well this time. But these are all my sheep. We got a couple of wethers. That's okay. Cattle are all looking really good. I've been kind of eyeballing. I'm going to try to find a good example of one. No, man. Yeah, like 107 here. That's a South Pole I got this fall from down in Missouri. And I'm always just kind of eyeballing what we got going on with, you know, cattle that are coming up north. And it doesn't seem like she's hurting too bad, does it? I mean, I think she's pooping right now, but we can just look at her. Yeah, look at that one. That's a beautiful animal. This is my favorite cow in the whole herd. She's 1,000 pounds, if you made me guess. Just a perfect example of a South Pole. I can't believe Greg sold her to me. She was a heifer, so, you know, you never know how those are going to turn out. So that's like a perfect one. That's a 239 is great too. And down here is my colt. It's going to get cold this fall, or this spring. You can see just the difference in quality. She's got hips. She's kind of thin. She's short this way. Just didn't quite turn into what we were hoping. And cardinal sin, she didn't give me a calf this year. So we're going to fatten her up for the spring, and she'll be a butcher animal. You can just see she's just not quite as robust as the rest of them. But yeah, horrible weather, not because of the cold, not because of the snow, but it's the up and down that I think bothers animals the most. I do think the best thing you can do to mitigate that is to not put them in a building that holds manure and humidity and disease all being mixed with where they're eating. seems like a recipe for disaster. And since none of these animals really get medication unless they're getting castrated, you know, we have to offer them the best chance to go. Here's another one. These two I got as well this fall. Yeah, they look pretty darn good. But we're almost to the end of the road here with production animals. I have a dozen or so wethers remaining that are going to go to the butcher in January, beginning of January. We got pigs going today. And then my winter really quiets down and we just hold the breeding herd and the breeding flock. Look at this bull calf, guys. I want to show you this. I'm going to go around so I don't... That's a little South Pole heifer. Beautiful animal. Yeah, look at this. Oh, what? You're a little too friendly. I don't like that. Yeah, he's even downhill and he still looks pretty thick in the front. Golly, I like him. We might see what he turns into. He's got good nuts on him too. Goodness gracious. Anyhow, we got through it. I haven't been feeding 2 bales simultaneously. It seems like if I give them 2 at once, they eat the best one and lay more on the second one. And so I want them to eat all of this and then we'll feed them more hay. But that's my barn update. I decided to ignore that and let my animals do their job. Take care.